Assalamu alaikum and very good morning to all in your Secretarial Practice Class 12 Standard. As you can see this slide, we people are on the lesson number 5. Your lesson name is deposits. Today's topic is terms and condition for acceptance of deposits. We have already started this topic in our previous video. Now today we are going to start the remaining part of terms and condition for accepting the deposit. As you can see this slide, this is the old slide which show that acceptance of deposit is a short-term finance. It is a cheaper way to collecting the funding for the company. What we have completed in our previous video, we have completed this question, half question, explain the terms and condition for acceptance of deposit. First we have completed amounts of deposit, where we said that there are different type of the company, those who can accept the deposit from the member as well as from the general public. Second period related to deposit. Third one related to no demand of deposit. Fourth one secured and unsecured deposit. Fifth application form. Next joint names, nomination, circular and advertisement. So in our previous video we have completed the 8 heading out of the terms and condition for accepting the deposit. So what is today's topic? As you can see this slide, terms and condition for acceptance of the deposit. We are going to start it from the 9th heading. What is your heading? Appointments of deposit trustees. So first of all we have to understand the meaning of the trustees. We have already discussed about the trustees in our previous video, but we are explaining it again. When company issues secure deposit, I already told you company have an option, they can issue the secured or unsecured deposit. So when company issue the secure deposit, so being an eligible company or a public company, you have to appoint, it is necessary, one or more deposit trustees. What do you mean by the deposit trustee? Deposit trustees means the organization who protect the interest of the depositor in the case of the condition of default related to the repayments of the depositor. So they provide the protection. Trustees provide the protection to whom? To the depositor. So being a company, you have to do the sign, you have to do the contract with the deposit trustees, and that contract is called as the trust deed. It contains all the terms and conditions related to the acceptance of the deposit. The deed has to be signed at least 7 days before issuing the circular or advertisement. We have already discussed about the circular or advertisement. When you are collecting the acceptance of deposit from the member, you have to issue circular. When you are accepting the deposit from the general public, you have to issue the advertisement. So deposit trustees contract at least should be signed by the director 7 days before. So deposit trustees, they have an option, they can also conduct the meeting on behalf of the depositor when the situation comes related to the default repayment of the depositor. We already said that the company can accept deposits secure or unsecured from the member as well as from the public. So when company accept deposit from the public company, they have to create charge on assets within the 30 days of the acceptance. As you can see this slide, when company accepting the secure deposit from public, company have to create charge on tangible assets of the company within the 30 days of the acceptance, and that amount, that means security amount of the tangible assets, should not be less than the amount which you have already collected from the depositor. So minimum amount of the security should be equal to the amount not covered by the deposit insurance. So the security is created in favor of the deposit trustees. So over and all, you can say that when company collect the acceptance of the deposit from the public, being a company, you have to create on charge on assets of the company related to the repayments of the depositor. Number 11, deposit insurance. What do you mean by the deposit insurance? In Company Act 2013, it is compulsory for company to provide the insurance to the depositor. If the amount of the deposit plus interest on up to the 20,000 or more than that, the insurance should be taken by the companies at least the 30 days before. So being a company, whenever you are collecting, whenever you are accepting the deposit, you have to take the insurance. That insurance is called as the deposit insurance at least 30 days before issuing the circular or the advertisement. Why? Because this information is also printed in your circular or the advertisement, that you are protecting, that you are providing the protection to the depositor. Number 12, obtain credit rating. So first of all, you have to understand the meaning of the credit rating. What is credit rating? Credit rating is an analysis or assessment of the company based on their previous performance. It is done by some specific organization like CIRIL and CRA. These are the credit rating organization who provide information to the investor. As you can see this paragraph, every company has to get the credit rating for acceptance of the deposit, and include the rating in the circular or the advertisement. That means the credit rating information should also printed in your circular or in your advertisement. The credit rating agency consider the what? They include the information about the net worth of the company, liquidity and financial position of the company, and the ability to pay the deposit on the time. So according to the rating, an investor can aware about the position of the company in the market. And this performance, this credit rating is obtained by the company every year during the tenure of the deposits. Number 13, open deposit repayment reserve account. Every company, those who are accepting the deposit, they have to open the bank account in the scheduled bank. That account is called as the deposit repayment reserve account. So every year or on before 30th April, company has to deposit the amount, but that amount should not be less than the 15% of the amount of deposits maturing during the current year or the following financial year. This account utilized for what purpose? This account used for the repayments of the deposits. Number 14, deposit receipt. We already said that being a shareholder, you get the share certificate. When you invested the amount as a debenture holder, you get the debentures receipt. When you invested the amount being a bond holder, you get the bond receipt as it is. So this paragraph says about the deposit receipt. Company has to issue deposit receipt to the depositor within the 21 days from the acceptance of the money. This receipt has to sign by the board of director, and this receipt contain what? It include name, address, amount of deposit, rate of interest which is given by the company on the maturity date, and the related to repayment information. So this is deposit receipt means receipt given by the company to the depositor as an evidence. Number 15, register of deposit. Being a company have to maintain all the register, and one of the register is to be maintained by the company, that is called the register of the deposit. What it include? It include all the information related to the detail of the deposit along with the detail with the depositor should be entered in the register of the deposit, and this information should be entered by the company within the 7 days from the date of issue of the deposit receipt. Number 16, related to the return of the deposit. So being a company have to file for the return on before the 30th June every year. With whom? With the registrar of the company as a return of the deposit. So return of the deposit give the detail to the registrar related to the repayments of the depositor, and that information is also included on the 31st March of that year. Number 17, interest. So maximum rate of the interest on the deposit given by the company to the depositor, and that amount guided by the RBI, that means Reserve Bank of India, from time to time. So there are two conditions. First condition related to the depositor and second condition related to the company. What is first condition? In case of the premature repayment, company, they have an option, they can deduct the 1% of interest from the depositor interest. Whatever the company offer to the depositor at the time of the acceptance, in the case of the premature repayment, company can deduct the 1% interest from the overall interest. But in the case of the company, for deposit mature and claim but remain unpaid by the company have to pay the rate of interest 18% on the overdue period. So first condition, that was related to the depositor premature repayment, where the company have an option to deduct 1% interest from the overall rate of interest. Second condition, when company not paid the amount, when the company unpaid with the depositor, company have to pay the 18% on the overdue period amount. Number 18, right to alter the terms and conditions. So there is no alteration possible by the company, either directly or indirectly, to alter the terms and condition of the deposits. Once you finalize your trust deed, your deposit insurance, and you issue the circular and the advertisement, and you accepted the deposit, so there is no condition to alter the terms and condition for accepting the deposits. 19, disclosure in financial year. So a company has to disclose the financial position, financial statement by the way of notes, the money received from the director, relative of the director in case of the private company. Number 20, punishment. Punishment, this is the last heading from the terms and condition for accepting the deposit. Punishment means, as per the Company Act 2013, if any officer, any director or any person of the company who comes into the fraud condition, that person will be punishable by the act. In the Act of 1999, Maharashtra government passed an act to protect the interest of the depositor, and relevant company also have to punish under this act. So in this video we have completed what? Terms and condition for accepting the deposit. Remaining topic related to the lesson we will continue in our next video. Thank you for watching.